Something new has started on the earth, and the Lord is inviting us to walk into it. But in order to walk into the new things of what He is doing in His church, in the ecclesia, we have to untether ourselves from the world. This is a very important message. In order to walk into the new things that Christ has for us, we have to cast aside our earthly experience. Of course, it has been good to us, and even in the pains and in the trauma, God uses all things, and they had their benefit for us. They allowed us to experience and accept Christ more, because in that humbling state of the pain or the trauma that we've experienced, we always reach out greater to the Lord. We find that we cannot receive everything from man. We cannot receive everything that this world has to offer. Everything we need is from Him, and all those experiences have just led us further into the singular road that leads to Christ. So they are of benefit to us. They have a reason for us. They were not for nothing. We didn't experience them for nothing. They have brought us to know His will in our life, accept His love and His goodness. They have all led us to this place. So they do have their meaning and their importance in our life. But in order for us to go into the new things, the Lord has put this upon the earth. There has been this that He has started, and we need to untether ourselves from those past memories. We cannot be identifiable, ourselves and our image, with the past. Whatever happened, whatever, all those memories, all those good or bad, they do not define who we are. Men cannot define who we are. Men's opinions or men's perspective, either good or bad, cannot define and do not define who we are. The only where we can know our image is who are we in the heavenlies? Who are we in heaven? What is it written about us in our books of destiny, in our books of life? What is it written about us there? How do we see ourselves according to heaven's perspective? How do we see ourselves according to God's perspectives? And we need to see ourselves like that. We need to see ourselves complete in Him, righteous in Him, because He's made it all available through us. We are in Him righteous. We are in Him holy. We are in Him complete and lacking nothing. We are in Him the pure light that we were birthed out and out of the Father, of Yahweh. And we need to see ourselves according to that perspective. Strong, mighty, whether warriors or consolidators, people that bring peace, the ones that join others together to bring peace, to unite. Whatever our purpose is, from that perspective of what is in heaven written about us, who we are in heaven, we have to have our mindset on those things. And this mindset, this new heavenly mindset, will propel us to be able to be in a receptive and open mode to receive the new man that He is creating us. We know we've been formed in His image. It is all within our spirit, but there is a process that as Jesus was transformed, we are also being transformed, and our lives are an example of His life, and what we experience in our life, He has experienced, because we are made to be like Him, and we are made to fulfill the mandate of everything He passed through. We shall pass through, whether it is tribulation, whether it is persecution, hated of all men, whatever it is, He's already gone through it. And when we accept him, know that we shall also go through all these things because we are his image. But the thing that is happening is the last enemy that has to be swallowed up is death. And this is already happening. We think that when Jesus returns, all these things would just be, but in reality, it is already started. It has already started. And I believe that I've felt this, I've noticed it, and there is a change that is going on. And I saw that the Lord opened this up into the earth now. He's saying now is the time. Now is it is open unto the earth, and you can enter into that new man, that new creation that he is making us to be. He's making us to be not just from the inside of our spirit, but that which is inside of us. The law of life, the law of light, the law of the glory, the law of the wonder of Christ is inside of us, and that needs to, and it will come out on the outside of us. But in order to walk in those things and allow them to transform us, we need to untether ourselves from the earthly ideals, the ways we think we are identifying ourselves because of what we've gone through, or what the world thinks that we should do. We need to leave those things behind and completely have our focus on heavenly mindsets, heavenly kingdom. Because yes, Jesus will bring the kingdom of heaven on earth when he comes, but he is already starting to bring that kingdom on earth through those who choose this new kingdom life. And heaven is coming through us because the kingdom is within us already. And we are that kingdom bringers onto the earth. There is a new that is beginning, a new realm, a new dimension, a new gift, a new spirit. It is all the same, but it is open now. It has always been open, but it is open now. I don't know how to explain otherwise. Yes, it has been, but it is in a greater way now open to us, and we will actually start to manifest that kingdom reality in our flesh, that transformational life, and there will be gradual increases of life, of more life, and a little bit more life, and life in this area, a little bit greater of, until we reach that full manifestation of the sons of God, of the glory of God, shining as light in the darkness of men, in the darkness of the world, and in the physical darkness of the world. So at that point, we shall be those light bearers and those lighthouses upon the earth, bringing his light onto the earth. But it all starts within us now, and it has been opened. It is the end of a time. It's not even an era. It is more. It is the completion. It is the ending of a time. But we are already starting to enter that what he has put and said, yes, now it is starting to manifest in the body. That law that is already within you, the law of life is within you. It will start to be manifesting on the outside of you, but you have to leave your past behind. You have to let your heart not hold on to ownership, thinking that you own something. Your heart should be free, knowing you are not bound to the earth, but you are first heavenly creatures. You were born from above. You were born from him. You have come here for a reason, for a purpose. You have a mandate on this earth at this time, knowing that many, even the disciples, wanted to be on earth at this time. But how blessed we are that we are here at this time. And we see that the earth is getting darker and darker and darker. The world is having more death in it. Mankind, humans, are having more death in their bodies, more levels of death, and increasing death in their bodies, especially if they receive the mark. But we who carry the name of Yahweh are receiving greater increases of life and then more life until we become that example of Christ on earth. Because this is what we have always been created to be, and this is what shall be. But we have to accept this and know to keep our minds as kingdom beings. And don't be consumed too much with the affairs of the world. Do not let your heart be dismayed for seeing what is happening in the world and the signs happening all over. But remember, you've come here for a time, and you are a heavenly being. And the Lord is starting to reveal that in our lives for those who embrace it and choose to untether themselves from the earthly ideals. And we will start to bring that kingdom of heaven on earth even through us now. Little bits of heaven all over the world until the whole kingdom rests upon all the world, upon all the whole earth, until he brings it down. But we, by keeping our minds on things above, think on things above from where you came from. Set your mind on things above. Set your identity on things above from where you came from. And then you will be able to bring that kingdom and be that kingdom on earth and be like Christ, more and more and more like Christ on earth, to reach out to the brokenhearted, to the sick, to the poor, to the lame, to the hungry, to the captives. For we are the life of the world. As he is the life of the world, we are also the life of the world in him, because we are already one with him. And as he is, so are we in this world. And it has begun. And that is what I'm here to tell you. It has opened up. It has begun. It is available. It is here on earth for those who choose to walk in it.